AskReddit by FireP33. What simple change in your daily routine had an unexpectedly large impact on your life? Trying to fall asleep while reading instead of staring at a screen. Agree. Reading before sleeping helps with insomnia so much more than watching movies on Netflix before sleeping. Brushing my teeth before I do the last thing prior to going to bed. It's a psychological trick I play on myself. I just feel so much more relaxed being able to go to bed whenever I want rather than having one last task to do beforehand. I found brushing your teeth a little earlier than usual before bed really helps stop late night snacking as well. Walking for half an hour every day. The way we deal with our stress is an entirely separate process from dealing with the things that cause our stress. Stress is cumulative. It adds up in our bodies and can cause both short and long-term health problems. Physical activity exercise is the most efficient and effective way for our bodies to complete the stress cycle so we can rid ourselves of the cumulative effects of stress. 20-60 minutes a day is ideal for most people. If you feel overwhelmed by stress, check out Burnout: The Secret to Unlocking the Stress Cycle by Amelia and Emily Nagoski. Completing the stress cycle has been transformative for me. My wife and I started going for a walk every day, and it's been a game changer. We're up to 60-90 minutes at a time. We're losing weight, it helps reduce stress, it's time we can spend together untethered to screens and devices, we get some fresh air and vitamin D. I really look forward to our walks now. This is probably one of the most stereotypical common answers out there, but getting enough sleep. Once I started to prioritize getting a minimum of 8 hours of sleep each night, I felt less anxiety, less stress, more awake, happier, energized. It truly is crazy how much less energy it takes to function when you have enough sleep. It also helped me lose weight when my diet hit a plateau. I had no clue it could do that. Keep all my notifications on silent. Except the calls. If it's important they will call. Rest can wait. 100% agree on this. Notifications are among the most useless of things we've invented. We do not need to know everything that is happening 100% of the time. Years ago, around 2010 or 2011, I dumped a guy after his phone repeatedly woke me up in the middle of the night. When I asked him to turn off the sound when we were sleeping, he said I can't do that. What if something important happens on Facebook? I'm in my mid-60s. Cyclist most of my life. One day, I had to sprint across the street to beat approaching traffic. But my muscles strained the effort. Hadn't run in years. So in addition to my 5 AM walk, I've added a couple of 100-yard dashes. I've now got my running muscles back and it gets easier all the time. Use it or lose it. You're the same age range as my father, he'll be 65 in April. The man can hardly walk without his knees bothering him. He retired about 10 years ago as a cop, and his work after was a walkable distance from their house. My sister and I encouraged him to walk to work, walk his dogs around the block, etc. But nothing came from it. Now we get to hear him complain every time we visit. You're right about that, use it or lose it. My sister and I definitely use this as an example so we don't end up like our dad. Uninstalling other social media apps and sleeping at regular hours. Reddit is pretty toxic too. I stopped using it and it's had a positive impact on my life. I'm just back for a little bit because there is a helpful and extremely supportive subreddit related to a surgery I have coming up. Stretching for 10 minutes every night before bed. It relaxes my body so that when I get into bed I'm not racked with extreme pain. My average daily pain level has reduced with this as well. Couldn't recommend more. I do the opposite. I do stretches in bed when I wake up. I struggle with getting out of bed most days, but doing simple stretches makes my brain switch from sleepy time to active time so I can't just fall back asleep. Plus it gives me time to come to terms with the fact I'm alive and figure out what order I wanna do my morning routine. It's so dumb. but making my bed in the morning is a small thing that makes me feel more motivated to stay productive throughout the day. Came here to say this. 2 minutes maximum, and it inspires me to keep the bedroom picked up, plus it's nice to slide into a bed with sheets that aren't all wrinkled. My diet. I've cut down significantly on carbs and have practically eliminated sugar from my diet. I've lost about 97 pounds in just over 2 years. Nice work. I was amazed at what happened when I cut out soda and cut back on carbs. Reading a book for about an hour before bed. I need to start doing this again. Regular workout. Deleted. Taking my meds every single day. Oh shit, I forgot something. I used to play video games every morning. Now I play video games every morning while walking on a treadmill. I should suggest this to my partner. All chores and errands are done during the week so that my weekends are totally free. Yeah, it sucks to go grocery shopping on a Thursday after work, or stay up until 8 PM meal prepping on Monday, but having my weekends free for myself only is life changing. Okay. You convinced me. I'll try this out. Scheduling to be places 15 minutes early means I am, mostly, on time. I've started this. It's really helped tame anxiety that I used to have when rushing someplace and constantly being at least 5 minutes late. Daily exercise. Sometimes I definitely don't do a good job, but it's worth it just to move every day. Also, I do a couple of creative things a day. Like I take around 20ish minutes throughout the day to draw and paint when I get a chance. Get diagnosed and receiving medication for adult ad. Just curious what you ended up being prescribed. I should probably do this, too. I know we're all different and different drugs are different for different people and symptoms. Legit curious. Wearing a step counter. If anything, it gives me one goal to hit every day so I can feel like I achieve something. So, silly question, how exactly do these devices calculate steps? I just can't fathom how something worn on the wrist can figure out how many steps I've taken. I've never worn one, and realize this probably has an obvious answer, but I've always wondered. I was thinking of getting a smartwatch soon, which, among other features, would have a step counter. Deleting Facebook and permanently silencing my phone. Drinking at least 3 L of water every day, seriously. Wonders for my skin, energy, everything. I keep trying to increase my water intake, but every time I do, I'm in the bathroom every half hour. Keep your home tidy and clean. Feel sad? Clean literally one thing around you at least. I do 30 minutes of cardio every morning. I started doing that when I turned 40, 4 years ago. I feel so much more energized the rest of the day, and because cardio raises testosterone, my sex drive went way up and I've dropped 25 pounds. Teacher here. Not bringing work home at all. All the grading and prep are taken care of during contract hours. Do you still assign homework though?